here. It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of, planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Good afternoon and Roll Tribe ICC fans, and welcome out to Crescent Field as we get set for today's matchup between ICC and Delta. It's a triple header this afternoon here in Fulton, as let's take you to the field for today's lineups.
Number 17, Matt Butler. At second base, number 7, Kenny Graham. At third base, number 5, Houston Green. At shortstop, number 9, Reed Kent. In left field, number 4, Brody Thompson. In center field, number 19, Trey Gunn. In right field, number 23, Jacob Earl. Behind the plate, number 6, Jack Cummings. And on the mound, number 18, Noah Wilder. At this time, we ask that you please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
All three of them ought to be.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're just moments away from that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here between ICC and Mississippi Delta. This is a non-conference tilt today. Matter of fact, it's a triple header. So we invite you to sit back, relax, grab an ice cold Coke, and spend the day with us here on the Red Channel. Adam Gore, Michael Upton here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth, getting set for this Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here between ICC and Delta. We were originally told this game was scheduled for 9, but now they say it will be a 7-inning contest here in this one, and that is already some good news going our way here early on, Michael.
Indeed, when you got a triple header, it doesn't hurt to have them just a little bit shorter.
And so this will be DJ Temple to start us off for the Trojans of Delta, as he will dig in, and it'll be Noah Wilder getting the start for the Indians. We'll go over today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups in the exchange of innings. Guaranteed Bank opening pitch in there for strike. Comes your way at 10:59. That is a 10:59 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here for game 1 of 3 this afternoon. This is the center fielder Temple at the plate. Swings on the first pitch he sees. Shortstop gets it, throw it across the way, and gets the out.
Good start for ICC defensively. Routine ground ball to the shortstop. Easy throw over to first.
So now this is going to bring Trent Wood to the plate. Wood playing second base this afternoon. A less than stellar day for baseball. It's supposed to be a nice day today, but woke up this morning. I wouldn't really call it a rain. It's almost like that fog/mist type that's moved through the area. As this pitch swung on, hit hard deep to right field. Right fielder's going to go back. It's going to be over his head, and this is going to be down for extra bases. And that's going to go for a double for Wood.
Wood just got underneath that one, launched it. Right fielder for ICC, which is, Pearl, ran deep on that one, just got just over his head.
Yeah, that's one of those that kind of just jumped off the bat. Really not a whole lot that Pearl could have done out there. He's got good speed, but just didn't get a good jump on the baseball. And now this is going to bring up Connor Counts, the first baseman here. And remember here from last season, I believe, he can hit for some power. So a runner on second with one out here. That pitch is going to be low for a ball.
Counts comes in batting .500 so far on the year. 6 hits in his 12 at-bats. Does have a pair of doubles and a pair of RBI as well.
So 1-0 is the count here. 2 counts. He's playing first base. And this one popped up mile high here. Left fielder's going to jog over and will make the play for out number 2. Runner unable to advance on the play with it being in shallow left. And now this will bring up Avery Rogers, the right fielder, batting in the 4th spot here for the Trojans. So waiting the pitch, a breaking pitch in there for a strike. That was a beauty.
Yeah, just kind of moved on him, caught him sleeping there on the inside.
So 0-1 is the count now here to Rogers. Runner at second with 2 outs here in the top of the first, game 1 of 3 this afternoon. That's going to be a grounder. It's going to go foul. 0-2 now is the count.
Good to see Wilder get ahead of these batters. Has, except for Wood getting that deep double to right, he's been ahead of the batter so far.
And so 0-2 now is the count. Runner at second. 2 outs. Top of the first, no score. Looked like maybe just a little bit of a pitch out to see if the runner might be moving in that situation. 1-2 now is the count. So Rogers will dig back in, looking to protect the plate with a 1-2 count. Runner on second and 2 outs here in the top of the first. Pitch on its way. This one's going to be popped up. Right fielder's going to have to come running in and will make the play, and that will end the inning. So the Indians get around a double to get out of the inning with no damage done there in the top of the first. Let's take a look at today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups, and let's start with the visiting Trojans of Mississippi Delta.
All right, you saw leading off there was number 4, DJ Temple, playing center field. He was followed by number 9, Trent Wood, who will be at second base today. Counts, number 28, the first baseman, batted third. Coming up, and then Rogers, number 20, the right fielder, batting fourth. Batting fifth is going to be number 8, Cox, in left field, followed by number 34, McGowan, the DH in this game. Number 11, Wilder, the third baseman, will bat seventh. Number 19, Sims, the catcher, will bat eighth. And rounding out the bottom of the lineup, number 3, Gonzalez, the shortstop, bats ninth. Number 24, McKinney, is the pitcher in this game for Mississippi Delta.
That is your starting lineup there for the Trojans of Mississippi Delta. And now the starting lineup for the Indians, ICC and Coke. Now that's a winning combination, and Coach Lott hope he has that same winning combination put together this afternoon here against the Trojans.
Leading off today for ICC is number 23, Jacob Pearl, in right field. He's followed by number 17, Madden Butler, at first base, and number 9, Reed Kent, the shortstop. Batting fourth is Brody Thompson, the left fielder. Batting fifth, Kenan Graham, your second baseman. Your third baseman is Houston Green, number 5. He's batting the sixth spot. Number 7 is number 22, Jack Howell, the DH in this game for the Indians. Batting eighth, Trey Gunn, the center fielder. And running at the bottom, number 6, Jack Cummings, your catcher, bats ninth. And as we saw, Noah Wilder, number 18, is your pitcher here in this game.
And that is your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups for both squads here in the first of 3 games this afternoon. Game 2 will feature Mississippi Delta versus East Central, and the nightcap, which is scheduled to be around 5 o'clock, will be East Central against ICC here on a, I don't want to call it a miserable day, let's say a less desirable day at the ballpark. A fine mist going through the air, one of those that could come into play a little bit later on, especially a pitcher maybe losing the grip on a ball or, slipping down trying to field a ball or something like that. So we'll see how the weather kind of presents itself throughout the afternoon.
Indeed, if these clouds don't break and get a little sun, once you get that third game today, you definitely got to watch
number
that.
23, Jacob Pearl.
And so this will be Jacob Pearl coming to the plate here for the Indians to start things off. He is the right fielder. Has been in that leadoff spot for, I believe, every game this season for the Indians. Looks at that first pitch, and it's going to grab the corner for a strike. Wow. Well, if we have that strike zone, folks, buckle up. We're going to have a quick day here at the ballpark. As that one looked to be a little bit outside, but not complaining. 0-1 is the count. That one follows suit right there. 0-2 now is the count. Michael, got any stats on Pearl?
Yeah, Pearl's been on base a lot. He's batting .227, but he's had 5 hits. He's scored 10 runs, and he has 2 stolen bases.
Those stats being brought to you by Sam's Town Market in Manatee. So waiting the 0-2 pitch. And that one just a little bit too far outside. As McKinney was like, all right, you're going to give me that outer edge. Let's see how much of it you're going to give me. And 1-2 now is the count.
Jacob's also been hit by 4 pitches so far in this early season, and only 8 games, hit 4 times.
1-2 pitch, and it's outside. That's one thing this Indian team will not do. They will not get out of the way of a pitch, as they have been hit by numerous pitches this season. One of those team-first mentality type stats that don't really shine that much in the stat book.
And true, 24 times so far this season, Adam.
There's a hard hit ball, and it's going to be down to the gap. This should be going for extra bases, and it will. Pearl is going to get around first, head to second, and that's where we're going to hold him up with a double.
Great start there. Just gets those first couple strikes. Is patient, doesn't chase those outside ones. Gets one he can drive out there to left center. Stand-up double for the leadoff batter.
That extra base hit being brought to you by Metro Ford in Tupelo. And that's what you like to see, as you said, a very quality at bat there by Pearl. Got behind the count 0-2, worked it to a 2-2 count, and just punched it out there in left center to be able to get on. And now the Indians with no outs, a runner at second. And good to see Madden Butler back in the lineup here for the Indians, as he had been shaken up and missed a few games. So, you know, Madden's glad to be back out there competing today. So he'll dig in. And that pitch runs inside, nearly hits him. 1-0 is the count.
That was a great example of you talking about the ICC Indians just standing in. That one trailed into him the entire time. Madden never flinched.
So 1-0 is the count. No outs. Runner at second here for the Indians after a double to start the inning by Pearl. Off-speed pitch slips in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Madden is batting .417 so far this year. 5 hits, 4 runs scored. He does have a double and 4 RBIs so far this season.
So looking to try to get the wheels spinning here for the Indians. 1-1 is the count to Butler. Looks at that one in the dirt, blocked up nicely that time by Sims behind home plate. And now the count will go 2-1.
Pirates can get a fresh ball after that one rolled around on the home plate turf area. Probably got a little bit wet, as we said, from this damp weather.
So 2-1 now is the count. Again, no outs and a runner on second here for the Indians. McKinney on the hill here for the Trojans. This pitch popped up, fouled back, and out of play. 2-2 now will be the count for Butler. We appreciate everyone tuning in today. Got baseball today, and then a whole lot of stuff going on Thursday. As softball will be at home Thursday, basketball will be at home Thursday, and right now it's looking like baseball is going to be pushed up to Thursday as well. As that pitch in the dirt, 3-2 now goes the count. Unofficially waiting the official word of that. If it is the case, then it will start at 2 o'clock for a doubleheader on Thursday and then one game on Friday. Visit letsgoicc.com for more information on that. Payoff pitch coming from McKinney. Runs inside, and that'll be a walk. Another nice at-bat there by the Indians.
Again, taking early, just taking those pitches, making the pitcher do the work, not chasing anything bad. Allows ICC to have 2 on and no outs here early, and one of their most productive batters so far this year coming to bat in Reed Kent.
Kent will dig in with runners at first and second, no outs. He's batting in the 3 spot, playing the shortstop here in the first game this afternoon. Looks at that first pitch, missing low at the knees for a ball.
Kent's batting .400. He has 12 hits and 12 runs scored. He's got 4 doubles and 2 home runs on the year.
In the last home run we saw him hit, it was a no-doubter out to right. And that one zips across for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runners at first and second. Got Coach Andy Kirk checking in, saying coming in loud and clear. Appreciate Coach Kirk. He'll be joining us a little bit later on this afternoon as well. And Kent just couldn't hold off on that one as he did extend. Now the count goes 1-2.
Yeah, sometimes those look good and you just start, can't quite pull back, but still time to work here.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Runners at first and second. Bottom of the first, no score between ICC and Delta. That pitch up high, 2-2 now is the count.
So, Adam, have you figured a way to clone yourself for Thursday?
Still working on that. I know you and Coach Kirk are currently planning to do softball. Swinging and a miss, big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there for the first out of the inning. Jim and I will be at basketball, and, well, baseball may just be a broadcast only, no play-by-play unless I might get Dr. Boggs and Minga out on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Depends on how stretched out they are. fun time of year, crossover season, as now this will be Brody Thompson coming to the plate. 1 out in the inning. Looks at that pitch, missing for a ball.
Thompson comes in today batting .370 on the year. He's got 10 hits, 11 runs scored, three doubles, and a pair of home runs.
This pitch on its way, popped up right side. Right fielder's going to track over. Has room, plenty of time. We're going to test his arm. Pearl's going to try to get to third. What a throw.
Wow.
My goodness. That, you aren't going to see much better of a throw, ladies and gentlemen. So that is a Little Caesars double play. And Pearl, he is not slow by any stretch of the imagination, as that was a big-time throw there out from right field by Avery Rogers. We'll take a break and come back with the second. Back with more right after this.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates two things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. Let'sGoICC.com and Let'sGoICCTV.com, your front row seat for all things ICC. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as we move to the top of the second inning, it'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up. Brazier Cox, Dow McGowan, and Beck Wilder scheduled up here. Is that first pitch in there for strike? Still Noah Wilder on the hill here for the Indians. Well, Michael, we didn't get a chance to talk about it. We can talk about it now. Our Bank Oklahoma keys to victory. What's it going to take today for the Indians to be successful here against Delta?
Well, ICC has had the hot bats early in the year. They need to continue to do that. We saw that early in the first inning with the stand-up double from Pearl. But ICC is going to have to continue to do that, play good, clean defense, keep the mistakes off the board, don't give anything free and easy to Delta. And we've seen good defense so far. So far they're following those keys, and if they continue, I think they'll get the victory.
Those keys to victory being brought to you by Bank Oklahoma. John Harrod and all the fine folks out at Bank Oklahoma proud to sponsor today's baseball action here in Fulton. That pitch misses inside. 3-1 now is the count here to Cox. So trying to do what you're supposed to do in a leadoff situation is find a way on base. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Got one he wanted, but a little bit up high that time. Couldn't catch up with it. Now the count goes full.
Yeah, good location there by Wilder. See what he can do here on the full count pitch. Try to keep this leadoff runner off base.
This one's going to be foul back. We'll sit at 3-2. Nice job there by Cox. Just finding a piece of that one and keeping the AB alive. Count will stay full at 3-2. No outs. Nobody on here. Cox, McGowan, Wilder. 5, 6, 7 batters due up here. Hard hit ball. Second baseman finds it. Will throw it over in time for the putout.
Nice play as Graham moves to his left off of one hop, gets that ball easy over to Butler for the first out.
So Dow McGowan now, the DH, will come to the plate. We mentioned batting in that 6th spot. This game scheduled for 7. Originally thought it was 9, but happy to hear it's 7 as that pitch in the dirt gets away. 1-0 now is the count. The lights are on here at Crescent Field. Didn't think I would be saying that at 11:15 in the morning. There's a foul ball. That evens it up now at 1-1.
McGowan in that DH spot, but he is still looking to find his production. Delta's only played 4 games so far, and he's only got 1 hit, but he does have a run scored and an RBI as well.
Breaking pitch finds that outer edge. Well, this umpire, he likes some.
He does like the outside pitches.
He does.
As long as you don't get them too low. Both sides, left and right batters, he's called those.
So 1-2 now is the count. That one just a little up and outside. 2-2 now is the count. We saw McKinney get that same call earlier as Wilder got there. Then Wilder did kind of the same thing McKinney did. He's like, let's just flirt with and see how far outside he's going to give me. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. The first of the day for Wilder. And so now it'll be Beck Wilder versus Noah Wilder. Beck at the plate, Noah on the hill. There is 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd. Breaking pitch. Fouled it off. Strike 1.
Wilder's had limited plate appearances in the year for Delta. He's still looking for his first hit of the year. He has been hit once, though, by a pitch.
Swing and a miss at another curveball, and that was just not a good-looking at bat there as he was all sorts of confused, kind of swinging and trying to get out of the way at the same time. 0-2 is the count. Fastball missing low. 1-2 now is the count here to the third baseman, Wilder. Will be a good time to get back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts here for Noah. Awaiting the 1-2 pitch. And got him. Took a little while for the umpire to pull the chain on that one, but he does get those Renaissance Bank strikeouts in back-to-back form. 3 up, 3 down. Goes Delta in the 2nd. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
That's what you do, but I just don't know which way to turn. I'm about to dance in my brain.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the 2nd inning for ICC. 5, 6, 7 batters are due up. Cannon Graham, Houston Green, and Jack Cowell.
For the Indians, number
This
7, Cannon
been the
Graham.
hottest spot of the lineup over the last few games for the Indians. So ICC, they had a double to start the bottom of the 1st, but couldn't get anything going. See if they can find something going here in a scoreless ball game in the bottom of the 2nd. Graham is playing second for the Indians as he looks at that pitch outside for a ball.
You said the hottest spot. He comes in today batting .577. He has 15 hits, 10 runs scored, 4 doubles, 11 RBI, 5 walks.
So getting it done is what you're saying.
And 3 stolen bases.
That one's ripped, and it's going to be off the first baseman, and it's going to have to hustle, and it's going to be, oh, no.
Oh, my.
Let's see if Coach Lott might want to come out and say anything on that one. He's not. He's just going to kind of lower his head and shake his head there, but hey, let's give credit where credit's due. The umpire called it out. That was a heck of an effort over at second by Trent Wood, who was able to get that one off the deflection by the first baseman. I think, if anything, maybe the umpire respected the hustle and gave him the out on that accord.
Well, Graham had the hustle, too. Never gave up, running his tail off to get down there.
So officially 3-4 to 3 on the putout for out number 1. And now this will be Houston Green, the third baseman, coming to the plate, batting in that 6th spot here for the Indians. That pitch runs inside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
Green's batting .357 for ICC. He has 10 hits, 13 runs scored, a pair of doubles, a pair of triples, 4 home runs, and 3 walks.
2-0 pitch, swung on and missed for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. Nice slider away from the batter that time. Kind of fell out of the zone late. And Green couldn't find that one. 2-1 now is the count. Same pitch, same result. 2-2 now is the count here on Houston Green.
Said if that worked the first time, I doubt he's expecting it back-to-back.
McKinney doing a nice job after being hit for a double, then walking a batter. He has settled down after that. As that pitch up high, got a great play from his right fielder, Avery Rogers, to turn an unconventional Little Caesars double play F9 to 5, and it was a rocket that did not even take a hop on getting Pearl thrown out on the double play to end the first. But other than that, it's just been nothing but outs. As that one fouled back, we'll sit at 3-2. So okay.
I'll say great defense is a pitcher's best friend. That throw from right field and also the play we just saw in the second baseman recovering that deflected shot. Those can make a key difference down the end of the game.
So waiting the 3-2 pitch here. It's a breaking pitch, and it hits him. So another hit by pitch. I think that's the 25th time the Indians have been hit by a pitch, and now, let's see, 8 and a third plus innings.
That is the 3rd time of the year for Green to be hit by a pitch. And you're right, 25 for the team.
So now this will bring up Jack Howell, the DH. That ball is going to get away, and the runner will head to second. He will look at third, but check up at second. So advance on the pass ball. And that's what we talked about, that ball being a little slick today. Might get away in a situation like that. And
saw it in the last warm-up pitch here before this half inning of the inning started, where the catcher did the same thing and bounced and went left.
So an RBI opportunity here for Howell. Batting in that 7th spot. He is the DH here. Runner at second. That pitch in there for a strike. Had to wait a second as thought it was up a little bit. As this home plate umpire friendly, a pitcher friendly strike zone today. And this one, Tattoo, does it got a chance. Right field, back, and gone. A 2-run home run for Jack Howell.
Drove that one deep to right, about 350 feet, give or take, into the pines there and right. Right fielder took off, but just kind of slowly jogged the last several steps because he knew he wasn't catching that one.
Big time swing of the bat there by Howell, and the Indians get on the board there. That one almost bounced back in the park as it hit off one of the cedar trees out there.
Number 19, Trey Gunn.
And now the Indians up in this one 2-0, and this will be Trey Gunn the center fielder, coming in at the 8th spot. So he will dig in with nobody on and one out here in the bottom of the second, with ICC leading it 2-0. That pitch high for a ball.
That is the 11th home run of the year for this ICC team. They've held their opponents to only 3 on the year, so they are definitely slugging the ball well.
That first pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count.
Gunn's batting .333 on the year. He's got 4 hits, 8 runs scored. He's got a double, a triple, and 2 walks.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Nobody on here. Gunn rips that one. Third baseman knocks it down and not going to have a play, and that'll go for a single.
Yeah, third baseman had a range to his left, did knock it down to keep him going into the outfield. And with Gunn's speed, once he recovered that ball, didn't even make an attempt to throw over.
The catcher, number 6, Jack Cummings.
And so now the catcher, Jack Cummings, will come to the plate. Batting in that 9 spot. Runner at first, good speed at first as well. And Trey Gunn, the graduate from Biggersville. Jack will dig in here, seeing if he can keep things going for the Indians. That first pitch, nice frame job as he pulled that one back in for a strike.
Indeed, you got to credit the catcher on that pitch.
So 0-1 is the count here to Cummings. And taking a lot of time here before getting back on the mound is the pitcher for Delta. Awaiting the 0-1 pitch. That one slips outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count here to Jack Cummings.
I think McKinney is trying to respect the speed of Gunn over there at first. Gunn does have a pair of stolen bases so far on the year.
So 1-1 is the count with 1 out and a runner at first. In the dirt, runner goes. The throw is in time. Looked like it was up the ladder a little bit, and so Gunn will go down. Caught stealing in that situation for the second out of the inning. Good throw there.
Indeed, he got a good throw. It was a little high, but the second baseman grabbed it, slammed it down, and got him out.
So 2-1 now is the count. 2 outs and nobody on here for the Indians. Cummings looks at that pitch low. 3-1 now is the count. If Jack were to reach, then we'll flip it back to the top of the lineup in Jacob Pearl. So waiting the 3-1 offering here to Cummings. McKinney looking for the exit. And they're going to call that one a strike. Jack was ready to toss the bat and head down to first, but the umpire said, nope, we're going to do it over again.
A little full count drama here.
So count goes full, as Michael mentioned there. 3-2 now. Nobody on with 2 outs. McKinney set to deliver. In the dirt. And a nice at-bat there by Cummings to draw the 2-out walk. And now we'll flip it back to the top part of the lineup in Jacob Pearl.
Draws his second walk of the year.
Now batting, number 23, Jacob Pearl.
And so Pearl will come to the plate where he doubled, was thrown out on an absolute gem of a play by Avery Rogers back in the first inning. So you know Pearl would like to duplicate his hit and maybe get another chance on the bases. Looks at that first pitch and low for a ball. Kind of have to. I'm not saying about the strike zone, but sometimes he stands up quick, doesn't call anything, stands up quick, calls a strike. So kind of have to pause on some of those. Is that one in there for a strike? 1-1 now is the count here to Pearl. Well, Pearl did good in his first at-bat, fell behind 0-2, eventually worked it around into a hitter's count and delivered a double out to left center. Off speed, and runner's going to try to go to second, and they're going to say he's safe.
Nice getting that hand in there by Jack as he slid in second just ahead of that tag. Catcher bounced that one a little bit, probably prevented getting the ball out. The runner out, excuse me.
Yeah. Well, I thought for a second it might have hit Pearl the way the umpire kind of stood up and almost signaled a dead ball. So Cummings will advance on the pass ball in that situation. This one hit hard down the line, but foul.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what his signal was. It
Yeah.
looked like he was saying, like, getting his hands off,
Yeah.
like it didn't hit me, it's live,
Yeah.
maybe. Just kind of threw his hands back and up in the air.
So now Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 outs. No, excuse me, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner on second, and we're in the second. And we've got a 2-0 lead here for the Indians. Breaking pitch just hangs. No.
Oh, goodness.
A hour and a half later, called strike 3. And the home plate umpire shaking his head there at himself, because you got to be quicker on those. Not saying he missed it, just got to say you can't wait for a 5 count to call strike 3. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it.
A Coke Zero and a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial. Hey, that was for me. Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da. Number 19, Luke Sims.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we shift now to the top of the 3rd inning. For the Trojans, it'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up: Sims, Gonzalez, and Temple. Scheduled up here in the top of the 3rd. ICC leads it 2-0 after a 2-run home run, as this one popped up to center field and easy out there.
Quick, easy out, start the 3rd.
What you like? 1 pitch, 1 out there as Sims flies out to center field. It was Jack Howell who hit that 2-run home run for the Indians. And so now this will bring up the shortstop, Liam Gonzalez, to the plate here for the Trojans. So Gonzalez will try to dig in here, see if he can spark the bats. As he looks at that pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Well, one thing you got to know, it's about 2 inches above the letters, 3 inches off the plate, and right around the knees. He's established that strike zone, so the batters have to adjust to that. As that one drops in there just a little bit too low. 1-1 now is the count.
Gonzalez batting .375 for the Trojans. He's got 3 hits, a run, a double, and a triple.
This pitch foul back will go to 1-2 now here on Gonzalez. Those stats being brought to you by Sam's Town Market, a proud sponsor of today's action. Located right there in the heart of Manatee. It's getting close to grilling season, folks. Go by and see Sam, and all they've got out there, a butcher shop in the store, so they can cut it the way you like it.
And he keeps adding all kinds of new things every day. So if you haven't been lately, make sure you go by and see all the new things they're bringing in.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. That breaking pitch missing. 3-2 now is the count here on Gonzalez. So Wilder going to have to come back and find the zone here. Ground ball, and it's going to be foul. So we'll redo it here at 3-2. Noah Wilder on the hill here for the Indians, working with a 2-0 lead after a Jack Howell 2-run home run in the bottom of the 2nd.
He's got 2 strikeouts on the day. Hasn't walked anybody. and has only allowed the one double.
And that one's going to be fouled back, so we'll stay at 3-2 once again. Well, as we said, was looking at the forecast, expected a nice day for baseball here at the ballpark, but kind of dreary right now. Hopefully the clouds will kind of shift out of here, and we'll be able to have a good rest of the day of baseball. As swung on and missed for strike 3. Another clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there, third of the game for Wilder.
And 3 out of the last 4 batters as well, so he's really starting to dial in here as we get into the middle innings of this game.
So now we spin it back to the top of the lineup here in DJ Temple, who is 0 for 1 of the day, grounded out to short in his only appearance so far in the contest. And that pitch in there for a strike. One of those that we just, Indians got a 3-up, 3-down inning in the second, looking to do the same here in the third. See if they can keep those bats hot here in this one, leading 2-0. That one broke right in there. 0-2 now is the count.
That was a pretty pitch. It starts outside and high to the batter, just drops in, and both elevation and speed lands in the strike zone.
So the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts. Another 3-up, 3-down inning there for the Trojans. The 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Wilder. We'll take a break. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Guys, you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesar's new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we slide now to the bottom of the third inning. 2, 3, 4 batters do appear for the Indians. You've got Butler,
Now
Kemp,
batting,
and
number
Thompson
17, Madden
scheduled up.
Butler.
Butler walked in his only appearance today, so no official at-bat for him so far. We talked about him coming off the IR list. Good to have him back in the lineup today. Would love to see him get that bat fired up like we know he can, as that pitch runs low for a ball. So 1-0 is the count. 2-0 is your score. It was a 2-run home run by DH Jack Howell in the bottom of the second. That's got us in our scoring position right now. That score update being brought to you by Renaissance Bank as that pitch falls off the table a bit too soon. 2-0 now is the count.
Yeah, Butler looking to get back to his highly productive stance at the plate before the injury.
He and Reed Kent named 2 of the top 500 JUCO prospects by Perfect Game. As that pitch runs in high for a ball. 3-0 now is the count.
Not sure how the scouting report that Delta had on him, but interesting to see to draw a walk in the first and be ahead 3-0 here in the third.
Imagine the red light to be on for Butler here. It was, and wow. Well, we said it. It's going to be about an inch or 2 above the letters on the strikes today, so you just got to be patient when you get that pitch in a tighter situation, just find a way to foul it off. That one runs inside, and for the second time today, Butler will draw a walk. Well, that on-base percentage is skyrocketing right now for Butler, as this will bring Kent to the plate.
Now batting, number 9.
Struck out
Reed
swinging
Kent.
in his first at bat.
The third walk of the day given up by McKinney, as he's walked Butler twice and walked Jack Cummings, the catcher, as well.
Looks like they're starting to get some action brewing down in the bullpen for the Trojans. So that pitch a little low and outside for a ball here to Kent. So Kent looking to redeem himself. Didn't have his normal at bat his last time up. Kind of chased some out of the zone as that pitch outside, ball 2. 2-0 now is the count.
He leads ICC with 13 RBIs so far in the year, and would love to add to that total with Madden over there at first.
Got a little quick break in the action as they want to come out and talk on the mound here.
As you said, Delta does have a pair of arms up and throwing in the bullpen. Like we got, just one, and that is a right-handed pitcher. We can't see any numbers because they are wearing their hoodie pullovers.
Rightfully so on a day like today. So 2-0 is the count here to Kent. And that time looked like he more tried to place it than throw it that time, and the ball drifts high. And now the count goes 3-0. And take ball 4. One of those you kind of have to.
With this umpire, you definitely have to wait.
Have to pause on that before calling it. And back-to-back walks now to lead off the inning. And the Indians
now batting number 4, Brody
really
Thompson.
need to take advantage of this situation right here, Michael.
Yeah, in a short game with a 2-0 lead, if you can really break it open here in this inning with a pair of walks offered, make them pay for those walks.
So Thompson to the plate. And that one nearly hits him. See, dips back out of the way. He flew out to right, then it was an absolute BB of a toss from Rogers to cut down Pearl, trying to tag up on the play. That ended the first inning. And that pitch low for a ball. Yeah, I think right now it's one of those where McKinney's just overthinking. He's trying to overcorrect one way or the other, and he's just not really just getting in his zone and throwing.
Yeah, he's up, he's down, he's out.
So the 2-0 pitch, and that one missing low. 3-0 now is the count. I don't know that he's thrown a strike yet in the inning.
I don't believe so. I was about to say, if I'm right, that's 11 straight balls.
Be glad he's out at A&M right now. There'll be a heck of a chant going. And that one in there for a strike. I don't know if you've ever.
Fun tradition they have there with that.
Yes, that's one of those. I suggest, I know, Mississippi State fans, Ole Miss fans, y'all got some great venues to watch some baseball. If you ever get a chance to go watch baseball at A&M, I do suggest doing so. As that pitch runs in high, and now the bases will be loaded here for the Indians after 3 straight walks. And we'll see if.
5th walk of the day that McKinney has given the Indians, and here comes out, and probably going to have a change.
7.
So we'll have a call to the bullpen here, as we'll have a timeout. We'll take it with them and be back with more right after this.
Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, brother, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. If I'm far from home, oh brother, I will hear you call. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Win White will enter the pitch here for the Trojans. He's taking his warm-up tosses. We'll hear from our sponsors and more. Indians lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the third.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Pullen, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to restart here. White will take the mound, and he'll be greeted by Cannon Graham.
Cannon Graham.
Graham hit a missile to the first baseman. It was deflected by him. And then a bang-bang play was called out 4-3. Technically 3-4-3 on the putout. So Graham looking to redeem himself here with no outs and bases loaded. At first pitch, missing low and outside from White for ball one. Michael, got some stats on the new pitcher?
Yes, White is a freshman pitcher from Tunica, Mississippi. This is his third appearance of the year. He has no ERA in 2 innings pitched so far. He's walked 2 and struck out 2.
Well, he called time, I think the umpire did, so that pitch will not count. So 1-0 will stay the count here. Hard ground ball, right side, but goes foul. And that will evens it up now at 1-1.
Yeah, pitch moving inside, Graham just a little behind it and chopped it down.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Bases full of Indians. Is that pitch missing low for a ball? So 2-1 now is the count. Indians would love to get the merry-go-round spinning here in the bottom of the third. Ground ball, it's going to be a tough one. They're going to get one at second, and no, they will not get it at first. So that will score the run for the Indians, a fielder's choice for Graham. 1-6 on the putout of Thompson. Graham will be at first. And so now there will be 1 out here in the bottom of the third, but the Indians do push across a run, so an RBI there for Graham. That pitch in there for a strike, as this is Houston Green. Green was hit by a pitch, advanced on a pass ball, and eventually came around to score. Part of that 2-run home run by Howell, who's on deck. That pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Green loved to turn on one like he did the first time. Put some more numbers on that board.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on the corners here for the Indians. Time is taken. Green playing third base. Waiting the 1-1 pitch. And it hit him.
Hit him hard.
And that'll be the second time today that he has been hit by a pitch. I don't know if they have an award or a reward for whoever gets hit by the most pitches at the end of the year, but my goodness, it's going to be a battle for that. So now this will be Jack Howell. Trouble coming to the plate here. Looks at that pitch outside for a ball. Don't know that he'll get anything really up in the zone here. If you're Delta right now, you want to work low and outside as much as you can to see if you can get him to chase something bad here. 1-0 is the count. And that one's going to be a fair ball.
Oh.
And then he's going to step on the plate. That's going to be a double play. The most unusual double play you will ever see in baseball, as Howell thought it was bounced off the plate. The umpire said play on there. So it was a tag of the runner. So it was a 2 unassisted double play to end the inning. Second time today that the Trojans have turned 2 to end the inning. So ICC does get 1 run on no hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. We'll take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back as we move now to the top of the 4th inning, the second time today that the Trojans have turned 2 as there's a breaking pitch in there for strike 1. Second time today the Trojans have turned 2 to end the inning is what I was trying to say. As this will be Wood, Counts, and Rogers due up. That pitch fouled off. 0-2 now is the count.
Wood has the only base hit of the day, a double, back in the first inning. Only hit for the Delta Trojans, that is.
So 0-2 is the count. Wood digs in, and they're going to say he went. They're going to appeal to first, and they're going to say he went. So Wood will go down. That is 3 straight Renaissance Bank strikeouts tossed by Wilder. He's got 5 on the day. Again, just kind of awkward with the, and again, I'm not saying he's doing a bad job, just saying just a awkward presentation on some of his calls today on the home plate umpires, making it difficult for us as well as the players to know how to react in those situations.
Yeah, you've seen the players be confused multiple times about ball strikes, whether it's a walk or a strikeout or whether you just grounded to 2 unassisted double play.
And that one's going to be fouled straight back, and Jack is going to walk it off. Good job by the home plate umpire. Just tell him to stay put, and he'll go get the baseball and talk to Wilder for a minute to allow Jack the opportunity to kind of shake that one off. We do want to remind you some of our other sponsors, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Max Home. If you're looking for a job, Max Home's got the hookup. They've got locations here in Fulton and Sulligent, Alabama. Go by and visit maxhome.com. 1-1 pitch. This one on the rope out to right field. That's going to drop for a single. Nice at bat there by Counts. So that breaks up. Is that 9 in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. 9 straight the Indians had retired after that double by Wood. The second hit of the day here in the game for the Trojans. So 1 out and a runner on first, and this is going to bring Avery Rogers to the plate. He flew out to right field. Rips this one but pulls it foul for strike one.
Drops that one out there in the pine trees beyond the ICC bullpen.
Yeah, if it don't drain better than it used to, that ball is now going to be a BP ball. So 0-1 is the count. Fastball missing low, 1-1 is the count now.
Crowd continuing to grow here at Roy Crescent Fields. More and more folks are coming in to watch these games.
That one's pulled foul. And the count now will go 1-2. So another busy day, or busy week, I should say, here in ICC Athletics. Crossover season. Swinging and a miss for strike three. Nice job coming back to pick up his 6th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game after giving up that single to Counts. And now this will be Brazier Cox coming to the plate.
He grounded out to the second baseman to lead off the second inning.
Looking to redeem himself here and try to extend the top of the fourth. A breaking pitch, just a slow looping pitch that falls in there for strike one.
Wilder's done a good job of trying to adjust to this umpire's zone and really try to fill up those spots and keep these hitters off balance.
They're going to say he went, or did he not?
He turned his shoulders all the way. Bat didn't come around, but his shoulders did.
Now they're going to appeal, and they said he did not. Wow. Huh.
Not sure why an appeal was needed from that position for the other umpire.
So 1-1 is the count officially. That one nips the edge for strike 1-2 is the count. Boy, this strike zone now it was wide, but now it's kind of floating as we get a little bit deeper into the afternoon here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. That one low. Nice job by Cummings to get in front of that one to block it up. That was just one of those breaking pitches. You're saying, hey, I'm going to drill this one in the dirt. You just keep it in front of you.
Yeah. Good trust. We got a catcher that you know can do that when you got that runner on first.
So waiting the 2-2 offering here. That one low and outside. 3-2 now is the count.
Trying to get him to chase out there. He has moved his arms and offered, but not swung around.
So the count goes full. 2 outs, runner on first here in the top of the fourth. ICC leading 3-0. Hard hit ground ball, but foul, and we'll do it all over again. Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Little Caesars, Metro Ford, all proud to sponsor today's action here on the ICC Sports Network. For those Delta fans watching here, we will have your second game of the day against East Central coming up following this one. And that's going to be a walk. So that pitch missing low and outside is the first walk of the day issued by Wilder. And so now, go ahead.
And gives Delta the first time to have a man in scoring position. I take that back. Wood had a double earlier, so he was there.
So this will be McGowan, who struck out swinging for the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Wilder. Swings on that one, fouls it off for strike one. So 0-1 is the count. There is 2 outs here. Runners at first and second. Trojans trying to spark something here in the fourth. This one's scheduled for 7. As that pitch finds the edge. 0-2 now is the count. So McGowan's going to have to be careful here and guard the dish. 0-2 pitch, swung on and fouled off. Nice job finding a piece of that pitch. We said it, that strike zone has been about an inch above the letters, if you will, on the chest. So that curveball was hanging up high, and he did what he had to do and just found a way to get a piece of it and fouled it off. So the count stays 0-2. Hard hit ball, shortstop can't make the diving stop, and they're going to hold the runner at third Rightfully so, as that was a heck of a throw in. And now the Trojans cooking with grease. Bases loaded with 2 outs now. Third hit of the game. McGowan gets his first.
Kent made a good effort to dive for that one, but it was a shot in the hole there. And being down 3-0 with 2 outs, Delta decided not to push it and test it by sending the runner home.
That one, he had a good dive on it. Actually went higher, a harder hop than anticipated, especially on wet ground like it is today. So a big-time situation here for the Trojans. Beck Wilder struck out to end the second. Will dig in with 2 outs and bases loaded. That pitch missing low for a ball. Well, right now, if you're Noah Wilder, you just take a deep breath, get refocused. Say, my defense has played well behind me today. Let's just go after the batter and get out of this inning here. 1-0 is the count. Pitch coming. That one hangs up outside. 2-0 now is the count as Cummings tried his best to frame it and held on to it there, but the umpire wasn't going to give it to him. 2-0 now is the count. Bases loaded with 2 outs now for the Trojans. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. 2-1 now is the count here on Wilder. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded. ICC leading it 3-0 here in the top of the 4th. 2-1 pitch coming. This one hit deep, fouled off. And now we'll go 2-2.
Good job by Wilder battling back with the inside pitch for the strike, and now get him to foul one off to left. Get that 2-2-2 situation.
So waiting the pitch coming from Wilder. This one hit, fouled off, and we'll stay at 2-2. That was just a nice at-bat right there. As that breaking pitch had him confused, all he needed to do was just get a piece of it, fouled it off, and keeping the at-bat alive here. Who'll win it? Will it be Beck Wilder or will it be Noah Wilder? Awaiting the 2-2 pitch here from Noah. In the dirt, blocked up nicely there by Cummings, and now the count will go full. Nowhere to put him as bases are loaded here for the Trojans. 3-2 pitch coming, and he walked him.
Just a little low.
The easiest RBI of his career there by Beck Wilder. It was a nice at-bat. He fouled off 3, maybe 4 pitches to keep the at-bat alive. Second walk of the game, and it's now 3-1 as we'll have a quick meeting in the circle here for ICC, and still got to find that elusive third out here for the Indians. That's something they struggled with earlier on in the season. They've gotten better at is being able to get that third out in situations like this, but a nice at-bat there by Beck Wilder. Can't take anything away from him, fighting off some pitches to be able to draw that walk and get the run home.
Number 19,
that
Luke
was
Sims.
Connor Counts who came around to score.
This brings up Sims, the catcher. He flew out to center to be the first out of the 3rd inning.
Ball in the dirt. That one blocked up good again there by Jax Cummings. He's done that a couple of times with bases loaded here. So Wilder's just got to take a deep breath and get refocused. 1-0 is the count. 2 outs and bases loaded. Hard hit ball up the middle. That's going to score a couple of runs. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And the big time hit there ties it up for Delta. A 2-run single by Sims. Just hard hit, return to sender, right back up the middle. And we're now tied at 3 here in the top of the 4th.
That's going to bring both Cox and McGowan into score. Wilder will advance to second where he held up.
And we'll have a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I like to teach the world to sing. Sing with me. Perfect harmony. Perfect harmony. I like to buy the world a home and keep it
and gentlemen, the new pitcher in the game here is going to be number 34, Hayden Smith, a freshman out of Magnolia Heights. He'll take his warm-up tosses, and we'll take a break and be back with more right after this. We're tied 3-3 here in the top of the fourth.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as a big-time clutch hit there by Luke Sims drives in 2 runs, ties us up at 3-3 here in the top of the fourth. We've got a Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works call to the bullpen as the new pitcher in the game here is Hayden Smith for the Indians. Michael, got any stats on him?
Hayden comes in today with a 0.00 ERA in 1 appearance. He's pitched 1.1 innings, has given up 1 walk, and no strikeouts.
Well, that pitch, high and inside, nearly hit Liam Gonzalez. Matter of fact, had Liam been about 3 inches taller, it would have. So went behind his head. So 1-0 is the count. 2 outs. India still looking for the exit here in the top of the fourth. That pitch high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count here to Gonzalez. 0 for 1 of the day is Gonzalez as he struck out back in the 3rd inning, part of a 3-up, 3-down 3rd inning. And this time he does get hit, and that one hurt. So the bases to be loaded once again here for the Trojan, and this nightmare of an inning will not end for the Indians as we flip it to the top of the lineup, as this will be DJ Temple. Well, the Indians got 2 quick outs. It was a strikeout to Wood, a single to Counts, and then a strikeout to Rogers. Since then, it's been a walk, single, walk, single, walk. And this is the 9th batter of the inning here for Delta. Bases are loaded. 3-3 is the score. That pitch missing low for a ball.
Smith struggling to find the strike zone here after coming in relief. A couple of really wild ones before he hit Gonzalez, and that one pretty far outside the Temple.
So the 1-0 pitch, that one comes in, and the umpire says no. That one a ball. So 2-0 now is the count. Getting a few moan and groans from the ICC faithful. Right now, if I'm Delta, I kind of put the bat on my shoulder and say, hey, prove to me that you can throw some strikes here. And that time the pitcher fell as he delivered, and the count now goes 3-0. One of those Smith may just need to take a moment, regather himself here after taking a tumble on that pitch. 3-0 is the count, no place to put him, bases loaded. So waiting the 3-0 pitch here. That one, no, missing. It was a strike earlier, but caught a ball there. And Delta has rallied with 4 to take the lead. Bases still loaded with 2 outs. And so this will be Trent Wood coming to the plate.
His second at-bat of this inning as he led it off with a strikeout swinging. That was a drop third strike, thrown out first.
A little bit of a confusing play to start the inning.
Felt like that was about 2 hours ago.
Yeah. But right now for the Indians, you just got to focus on getting the out here. It looks like maybe a little bit of a stall tactic as the Indians did send someone down to the bullpen earlier. Don't know if
Still throwing there.
Yeah, they most definitely haven't had time to get loose yet, but the wheels kind of coming off the bus here for the Indians as Delta doing a great job of taking advantage of it. As back-to-back walks gives the Trojans a 4-3 lead, and now it looks like we will have that call to the bullpen. So let's take a timeout, hear a few words from our sponsors, and we'll be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranty Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Welcome back. Call to the bullpen here. It'll be Will Lipscomb coming in to pitch for the Indians. ICC trying to find the exit. 4-3 is the score. Delta 2 outs. And bases still loaded for the Trojans. Back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank. We're a community.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars' new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates two things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bases still loaded here for the Trojans, as this will be Trent Wood coming to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day with a double and a strikeout. Will Lipscomb will check in here, trying to find that final out of the inning. See if the Indians can stop some of the bleeding here. They led 3-0 entering the inning. Now trail it 4-3. Lipscomb coming in to pitch. Swings on the first one, foul ball, dead ball. 0-1 is the count. Michael, got any of those Samstown Market stats on Will?
We do. Will comes in with a record of 0 wins and 1 loss in 3 appearances with a 9.0 ERA. He's pitched 2 innings. He's given up 1 hit, 3 runs, 2 of those earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 3.
That went in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count here to Wood. He did not like that last strike call. So 0-2 now is the count. Can Lipscomb find the exit here for the Indians? 0-2 pitch on its way. And just got a piece of it. Did he hang on
Jack
to
held
it? Yes,
on.
he did. Well, he bobbled it for a second, but was able to reel it in, and that will be a Renaissance Bank strikeout to end the inning. Nice job by Lipscomb. Even better job there by Cummings to get ICC out of the inning. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
As you're not going to believe the luck I've had lately. Just the other day, I had a flat tire, thought I was in big trouble. Before I know it, somebody pulled over, fixed the tire.
Oh, that's not luck, Kirk. It's because
That's not the only thing. How about when I'm in a studio, drop the cell phone, bang, shatters completely. Guy hands me a brand new cell phone.
Yeah, Kirk, that's because you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Yeah, roadside assistance, cell phone protection, coupon straight to your phone.
And another discount with Renaissance Rewards Extra, Mr. Herbstreit.
Life's just easier when you have Renaissance Rewards Extra.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help? Mm-mm. You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it.
A Coke Zero and a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero has a life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates two things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up here for the Indians. Trey Gunn, Jack Cummings, and Jacob Pearl scheduled up here. ICC trailing it 4-3 after a 4-spot put on the board. In the top half of the inning, the Indians got 2 quick outs, but just struggled to find that third out of the inning, and the good job by the Trojans taking advantage.
Gunn singled in his first at bat. Later thrown out stealing.
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Gunn chases a slider outside that time. 2-1 now is the count. Well, we got a triple header coming your way today here on the ICC Sports Network. Delta and East Central up next, and a big swing and a miss there for strike 3. And Wynn White has come in and pitched extremely well. Other than a hit batter,
now batting for the Indians,
hasn't
number
had
6,
any issues.
Jack Cummings.
That was across for the first Renaissance Bank strikeout.
That odd 2 unassisted double play by the catcher also assisted White in getting out of that last inning as well.
Jack Cummings, he walked and advanced on a pass ball but was left stranded in his last at bat. That one just a bit high. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out is the situation here. Indians trail this one 4-3. Here in the bottom of the 4th, this one's scheduled for 7. That one drips outside. 2-1 now is the count. Two 2-1 pitch. And that one, ooh.
Good for Jack to hold back. He looked at it at first, then
it's one of those
held
that
off.
Has been called a strike more than it's been called a ball today on that outer edge. So a break there for the Indians. Cummings pops this one up. Second baseman called off by the right fielder, and he will squeeze it for out number 2.
We have seen this umpire slightly change that outside zone as the games went along.
That last put
Now
out,
up to bat for the Indians,
not necessarily
number
the most
23,
easiest.
Jacob Pearl.
As that ball was flown out there, it kind of gets in the clouds and can get kind of mixed in the clouds up there. So a nice job out there in right field. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Go back to the top of the lineup here with Jacob Pearl, the right fielder. 1 for 2 on the day with a double and a strikeout.
Pearl will stand in and take that one for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on here. Bottom of the 4th, ICC trailing at 4-3. That pitch rips across for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. Basically, if you think you can hit it, you better be swinging it. Is the mentality of each batter coming to the plate for both teams today. As that time taken there by Pearl, wanting to reset. Count is 1-2. And he does a good job of finding a piece of that one, fouls it off, and keeps the at-bat alive here at 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 4th, ICC trailing this one 4-3 here. There's a hard hit ball, and the second baseman knocks it down. Going to have to hurry, and the stretch is not in time, and that's going to allow the runner to try to get to second. The throw is going to be tall, and Pearl is going to be in. So an error on the play, and had that throw not been high from
now
the
catcher,
catcher,
the Indians,
would have
number
possibly
17, Madden Butler.
would have possibly gotten the runner trying to advance to second, as it was a heck of a stretch over there at first. So E4 on the play, on the throw, and they're going to come out and check on the first baseman. He had an awkward stretch and kind of just trying to walk it off there. He gives his coach a thumbs up, saying he's okay.
Yeah, Pearl had ran so hard to try to beat that out that he had gone pretty deep before he was able to turn and go for second. That allowed that throw to almost get him once he got to second base.
So this will be Madden Butler coming to the plate. He's walked twice today and scored once. That pitch drops in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Butler. So the Indians trying to spark a 2-out rally here. They trail it 4-3 with a runner at second. Lost speed, and Butler couldn't adjust. 0-2 now is the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Good speed at second in Pearl. And a nice bat at the plate here in Butler. So Butler will dig in, having to guard the dish with a 0-2 count. That pitch runs inside, missing low for a ball. White thought he had tossed strike 3 as he was heading to the dugout, but instead the umpire says ball 1. 1-2, 2 outs, runner at second. Butler at the plate, White on the heel. Not a bad spot to miss there. Butler doing a good eye, or showing a good eye and holding off on that one. 2-2 now is the count. So waiting the 2-2 offering here. Swing and a miss for strike 3 and a clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning. Indians leave one stranded, 4-3 after 4 complete. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
It's the Fast Break Sports Show that starts your day.
Mississippi Sports Today, Tuesday through Friday at 9. And if you don't catch it at 9, the MST podcast is on wherever you listen. With a team of hosts like no other, join Craig and the guys for Mississippi Sports Today on Super Talk 1019.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we head to the top of the 5th inning, Count swings on the first pitch he sees, rips it out to right field, and the right fielder will jog over and make the out. That one sounded good for a second off the bat, Michael, but just didn't quite square up on it there. And so now this will bring up Avery Rogers to the plate.
Yeah, that one didn't have the travel of some of these other balls we've seen hit earlier today. Allowed Pearl to get over there pretty easy and get underneath it.
So this will be Rogers 0 for 2 on the day, a fly out to right and a strikeout. That pitch in the dirt for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Well, a full day of baseball today. If you're looking for some tennis, as far as I know, they're still playing. They're scheduled to go at 1 o'clock against Blue Mountain in an exhibition match across campus. As the count now goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 5th. Indians trail this one 4-3 as there's a swing and a miss. Strike 2 here to Rogers. Think about it right now, Rogers could be the difference in the game the way when he threw out Pearl earlier in the contest on a inning-ending double play. As that pitch missing low and outside. 2-2 now is the count.
Absolutely. We've seen the defense make some huge plays for Delta that is keeping this score for ICC at only 3. They could be at much higher based on some of the situations that they've gotten out of.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there for the second out of the inning. Second time today that Rogers has went down swinging, and now this will bring up Brazier Cox. He walked, scored a run in his last at bat. He also grounded out 4-3 to start the second. So with 2 outs in the inning now, Indians hoping to get a 3-up, 3-down inning to see if they can get the bats back to the plate here. As that pitch, a beautiful frame job by Cummings to reel that one in to get strike 1 called. Both these catchers today know it. They can move the ball around behind home plate and get the umpire to call a strike. We've seen it go for both catchers today. As that pitch, mixing low. 1-1 now is the count. Maybe the umpire heard me say that he was framing him up and then said, no, we're not going to give it to him this time. So the 1-1 pitch. And that one missing low. 2-1 now is the count. This is Will Lipscomb, the third pitcher of the day in the contest here for the Indians.
Will's got a pair of strikeouts so far. Hasn't given up any walks.
2-1 pitch, and that one upstairs. Now the count goes 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on here in the top of the 5th. ICC trailing Delta 4-3. 3-1 pitch. Where did that one miss? That one looked right down the middle, but apparently the home plate umpire must have said it was inside a little bit.
Maybe so, but that's the back-to-back walks for Cox.
So a 2-out walk, and this is where the Indians had a little bit of a hiccup in the previous inning that allowed Delta to put those 4 runs on the board. They got 2 outs but couldn't find the third, and Delta cashed in. That pitch called a strike as it was inside the other batter box, or actually the same batter's box as the batter right now, who is McGowan at the plate. 0-1 pitch. This one hit hard on the line. Left fielder's going to come out, make a dive, and not going to get to it. That one's going to be over his head, and this will allow a run to score. And a big-time double there with 2 outs in the inning, and Delta goes up 5-3.
Thompson came in, tried to dive for that one. Fell just a little short and allowed the ball to bounce high over his head before Gunn could get to it.
Well, a good job there by Gunn covering that one up. If not, That was trouble it would have been bigger trouble for the Indians. And again, those 2 outs haunting the Indians here. All 5 runs, I should say, coming with 2 outs in the contest for the Trojans. This is Wilder at the plate. Takes that pitch for a strike. He walked with bases loaded and scored a run. In his last at bat, he struck out to end the second. So 0-1 is the count after that first one called strike 1. Grounder, second baseman, gets it, throws it over in time, 4-3 for the putout, but not before the Trojans add another run to the board on a 2-out RBI double by McGowan. We'll take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
I stand alone with fire inside. This heart's a drum, I won't subside. Against the odds, I'll rise again with passion burning in my veins.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a change in the defensive lineup here for Delta as they're going to send in a new third baseman. This is going to be number 2, Carson Shells.
He's a freshman from here in Fulton.
So coach is giving him a opportunity to play here in his own backyard. So Shells now in at third base. So it'll be Reed Kent to start us off here. It'll be the 3-4-5 batters. If you're an ICC fan, this is an ideal spot to start here. But I tell you what, this young man, Wynn White, has just came in and has absolutely shut the Indians' bats down. Other than an error and a hit by pitch, ICC has not figured out the riddle that is Wynn White just yet. Swing and a miss, strike 2 here to Kent.
Kent being one of ICC's most productive batters is looking to get fired up today. Has a strikeout and a walk, and then was out at home on that weird double play.
That pitch drifts up high. 1-2 now is the count. There are no outs here as we're starting the bottom of the 5th. And swing and a miss for strike 3, and Wynn White continues to be impressive. His third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And now this will be Brody Thompson.
4, Brody Thompson.
Thompson 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. So he will dig in with 1 out in the inning, and ICC trailing at 5-3. That pitch in there for a strike. That's one thing that White has done an extremely good job of today, is not falling behind the batters with that pitch count, as he is filling up that strike zone and filling it up early and often. That one slides in there for a strike.
Yeah, I think he's had a first pitch strike on the majority of the batters he's faced.
0-2 now is the count here to Thompson. And that one misses. Going to have to throw it down. He'll have it in time. Yes, just got him. Boy, that was close.
Good effort by Thompson.
Yep. 2-3 on the putout with the Renaissance Bank strikeout.
Now up to bat for the
That was
Indians.
one of those
Number
that
7, Cannon Graham.
the coach from Delta can say, hey, I like the fact that you made sure you didn't panic and throw the ball, but need to make sure we throw that one a little bit crisper next time. So Indians quickly 2 outs here, and now this will be Cannon Graham coming to the plate. He reached on a fielder's choice in his last at-bat. That pitch just a bit high and outside for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. Well, the Indians need to spark a little bit of a 2-out rally here. They trail at 5-3 in the bottom of the 5th. And there's a swing and a miss. And again, Michael, they just cannot figure out when White is. He's basically just coming out there and taking care of business, gets ahead early, and then throws that slider on the outside of the plate to get the Indians to chase each time.
Yeah, once they're behind, they keep chasing and end up in bad spots and end up with those third strikes. He's now up to 3 Renaissance Bank strikes. 4.
Yep.
That's right. Got to get Thompson's.
So 2-1 pitch coming up here. That one hangs up outside, and that's what I said. He's been able to work ahead early, but when he does fall behind, which has been rare today, he has struggled. And so that pitch drifts outside. 3-1 now is the count. That one high, and a nice at bat there by Graham to earn the walk. That is going to be the first walk of the
Now
game.
up to bat for the Indians.
He did
Number
hit a
5,
batter.
Houston Green.
And it was Houston Green who was hit. Matter of fact, he's been hit in both of his at-bats.
By 2 different pitchers.
Yes. So Green trying to step in here and get the bat spark for the Indians. They haven't had a hit. You have to go all the way back to the 2nd inning when Trey Gunn got the last hit for the Indians. That pitch low and outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Really, the Indians, they got 3 straight walks but couldn't do anything with it back in the 3rd. There's a hit. Shortstop will get in front of it, and they will toss over in time. 6-4 on the putout, and the Indians just cannot get anything going here late. We played 5 in Fulton. Indians trail it 5-3. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we move now to the top of the 6th inning, ICC trailing Mississippi Delta 5-3. As that pitch missing for a ball, this is Will Lipscomb in the game for the Indians. Lipscomb trying to see if he can make quick work here of the Trojans, but the Trojans have gotten it done today with 2 outs. All 5 runs, 4 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, have come with 2 outs in the inning. As this is Luke Sims. As that pitch at the knees but called a strike, 1-2 now is the count. He had a 2-run single in his last at bat. He also flew out to center on the first pitch he saw back in the 3rd. So waiting the 1-2 offering here. This one hit hard, and it's going to drop for a fair ball out in left field. Well, the hits keep coming for the Trojans.
He got out on that one, lifted it out into the corner. Thompson gets over and gets it in quickly, but leadoff runner for the Trojans is not what ICC was looking for after the last couple of innings.
Second hit of the day for Sims, and this is Gonzalez coming to the plate. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He was hit by a pitch. He was hit hard in his last at bat. It's going to show bunt, and is squared on, but goes foul. Ooh, that was a break for the Indians.
Break for Gonzalez. He got the bat on there, too, because that was coming in at him for the second hit by pitch of the day.
So that will go for strike 1. 0-1 is the count. Runner will track back to first in Sims. Delta trying to tack on one of those Itawamba County State Farm Insurance agent Brandon Poland insurance runs. Toss over to first is not in time. Trying to play a little small ball to advance him around. So 0-1 is the count. Third baseman coming in extremely tight. Shows bunt, pops it up, and it's going to get through. And that's going to go for a base hit. An infield single. Man, when things are going your way, they're going your way. That one split the pitcher and the third baseman. Neither one knew who was going to go after the ball there. It dropped and rolled, and instead of trying to throw it to first to allow the runner to advance to third in that situation, a smart play over at third base by Green to eat that one and keep runners at first and second. Still no outs here in the top of the 6th, and we go back to the top of the lineup here in DJ Temple. Temple takes that first pitch. Strike 1.
Temple's 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout. He's also walked, and that walk scored an RBI back in the 4th.
Indians would love to find a Little Caesars double play here as the snap throw back is not in time.
Caught him leaning. Throwback was a little high. Allowed him to get his fingers in under the tag.
So 0-1 is the count here to Temple, center fielder. 0 for 2 on the day. He did draw a bases loaded walk in his last at bat. That pitch missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count here to Temple. Triple header this afternoon in Fulton. Delta and East Central will be the next game up. We'll have that one coming your way here for our Delta fans that are tuned in now. We'll also have the nightcap between ICC and ECCCC, as that one fouled off for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs.
Both ICC and Delta have men up and throwing in their bullpens as we head toward the end of this game.
Breaking pitch, and that one nearly hit Wilder, returned to sender. They're going to score the run, and a RBI single that was absolutely blistered right back up the middle, and everything going the way of the Trojans late in this one.
You said it, Adam. Just the balls are just like the bunt, just fell between people. That one goes right up the middle, almost hits the pitcher. Nobody second or short can get to it. They are doing a fine job of it. Once they get people on, they have advanced them over, whether it's been through ICC pitchers giving up walks, hit batsmen, or just timely hits. The Trojans are finding the ways to advance men over and put more runs on the board.
8 hits on the game for the Trojans. Runner still at first and second. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Trent Wood. He doubled back in the first and had back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts. Going to work here with the 0-1 count. Wilder with the pitch. That one nips the edge for a strike. Wood did not like that one, but we said it today, folks. That umpire is liking those pitches off the rubber a little bit. As a batter, you've been in the game long enough to know that he's going to call that one a strike. So if you come back in that zone with 2 strikes, you got to find a way to foul it off. 0-2 pitch. Comes inside this time. Is off this fist. Going to have one play over at first, and he's not going to have it. As that one was just basically like a slow rolling bunt that time. And again, man, the baseball gods are smiling down on the Trojans here in the 6th inning. That is the 4th straight hit. That one was just off his fist and just rolled forward. The third baseman
Up to bat.
would have been a bang play over at first, and good speed coming to third. Didn't want to make the play, and now it's going to be bases loaded here for the Trojans. Still no outs in the inning, and here comes trouble in Connor Counts. Time is taken, and they're going to come out and talk to Wilder.
Counts is 1 for 3 on the day, a pair of flyouts, but he did get things going back in the 4th inning with a single, later scored.
So quick conversation here, maybe buying a little bit of time for the next guy up for the Indians coming out of the bullpen. Saw him do this earlier where they'll go out and talk, and then Coach Lott came out behind him. Bases loaded here. No outs. We're in the top of the 6th. 1 run has already scored here for the Trojans. They break up the conversation, and they're going to stick with Wilder here. As Counts will dig in. Michael mentioned, nope, now Coach Lott's going to come out and take time. We'll take the time out with them and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, brother, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh, brother, I will hear you call. If the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have a
Wilson
call to the bullpen.
Rodriguez.
Being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. It'll be Wilson Rodriguez coming in to pitch here for the Indians. ICC trail at 6-3. There's no outs in the inning and bases loaded for the Trojans. We'll take a timeout. Be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bases loaded here for the Trojans. Top of the 6th inning, still no outs. ICC trailing 6-3. Matter of fact, this is the first run of the day that the Trojans have scored that was not with 2 outs in the inning. This is Connor Counts. He will welcome Wilson Rodriguez to the contest. Swings on the first pitch, and it's going to get past a diving third baseman, and another run will score for Delta. Well, the hits just keep coming. That is 5 straight hits, and Michael, they haven't been anything fancy. They're just putting where the Indians ain't right now. That was not a hard hit ball, but just high enough to get over the head of the third baseman and drive in another run.
Exactly. You've seen bunt singles. You've seen pops that just landed in places where nobody else can get to them, driving up the middle. They are just finding ways to put the ball out there, and it's working well for them at the moment.
This is Avery Rogers coming to the plate now, 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Bases still loaded here for the Trojans. That pitch runs inside, missing for ball 1, nearly hitting Rogers. 1-0 is the count. Still no outs. This one foul back. 1-1 now is the count.
Got him to go out that outside pitch there. Just caught it, sent it back into the net.
So now the count goes 1-1. Rogers trying to keep the good times rolling here for the Trojans. That pitch outside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. It's been 5 straight hits here in the top of the 6th. They've scored 2 runs so far here in the inning. Still no outs. 2-1 is the count. That pitch missing low. 3-1 now is the count.
Rodriguez here, 4th pitcher of the day for ICC, trying to find his spot. Comes in a tough spot here with all these Trojans on the bases.
So nowhere to put him here. 3-1 is the count. Instead, they're going to pick off at first, and they got him.
Nice move there to get Counts. Erase him off the base path, get the first out of the inning.
So just kind of, as you said, knew that he would probably be in motion in that situation. So the count will stay 3-1 now. Erase the runner at first. 1-3 on the putout of Counts. 3-1 pitch from Rodriguez. This one popped up. Left fielder will go over. And they're going to ask him to tag, and they're going to throw up, and it's going to be offline. And so that will go for a sacrifice fly and score the run. 8-3 now. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation.
Brazier Cox.
As we said, Adam, they're just finding ways to get the ball into positions where they can move these runners and score more.
So that is the 3rd run of the inning there. 8-3 now is the score. Runner only on second base, now with 2 outs in the inning. And this is Cox at the plate, takes that one in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count.
Cox is 0 for 1 with a ground out. He has a pair of walks and has scored both times he's been on base.
Time is taken here by the batter. 10 hits in the contest for the Trojans. The Indians have only had 3. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Checks the runner at second, now delivers. And that pitch just outside. 2-1 now is the count. Well, the way the umpire kind of reacted there, I was like, ooh, if he calls that a strike, that is a gift. But it ended up he just came up and shook his head and said no instead. As that now makes the count go 2-1. And now 3-1. Rodriguez just not getting the batters to chase, and give credit where credit's due. Delta has been very patient, worked themselves into some hitter counts, and been able to cash in on those opportunities when they get them.
think it looks like Rodriguez is trying to work that outside zone that the umpire's given all day, but he's not getting it there.
This one blistered hard. Center fielder's going to go back and will squeeze it for the out. And the Indians get out of the inning, but not before 3 more runs have been put on the board here by the Trojans. They lead at 8-3. The Indians bats, well, they've got to wake up, as it'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters due up. It'll be Howell, Gunn, and Cummings. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates 2 things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
ICC fans, we've got you covered like never before. The all-new Let'sGoICC.com is your award-winning home for everything ICC athletics, and when it's game time or showtime, head to Let'sGoICCTV.com, the official streaming home for ICC athletics, fine arts, and other special events. Watch it live or on demand anytime, anywhere. Let'sGoICC.com and Let'sGoICCTV.com, your front row seat for all things ICC. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 6th we go here. This one's scheduled for 7th. ICC trailing this one 8-3. Indians, last time they had a hit,
the Indians, number 22,
is
Jack Howell.
go all the way back to the 2nd inning when Gunn reached on a single but was caught stealing. So to be Jack Howell, who had a 2-run home run in his first at bat. The 2 runs. Part of that 2-run inning. Indians tacked on a fielder's choice back in the 3rd to push across a run in the bases loaded situation there. 1-1 now is the count. Howell, Gunn, and Cummings. Indians got to find a way. You got to get on base. And there's a foul ball.
Ball moving across to go inside to Howell. Gets a piece of it and fouls it off there. Power given time to get that ball picked up. And then an extra ball comes flying out of the Delta bullpen.
So 1-2 now is the count. Howell at the plate. Pitch coming. That one low in the dirt. 2-2 now is the count. I'll tell you what, Luke Sims works smart. Whenever there's nobody on base, he's not going to put forth, I'm not going to say put forth an effort, but those balls get away from him in those situations. But when there's somebody on base, he becomes a brick wall and don't let any of them by. As that one's going to be fouled off. We'll stay at 2-2 here.
He also made that very smart heads-up defensive play back to end the 3rd when it was Howell at the plate that bounces one right in front, ends up getting a 2 unassisted double play.
That pitch missing outside. 3-2 now is the count. Yeah, if you gave an assist, you got to give it to one of the fans from Delta that immediately started yelling, telling him what to do, said tag him and then step on the plate. But he ended up tagging out the runner. That's Howell. Dribbler to second, no problem there. Throw over is in time. 4-3 on the putout. Indians bats staying cold.
Yeah, that play to end the 3rd really was just was a momentum killer for the Indians as they had the bases loaded with 1 out. Really looked like they were going to add to their lead. That weird double play happens, ends it, and then the Trojans go on a tear from there.
Yeah, it's just the way it goes some days at the ballpark. Sometimes the breaks go your way and sometimes they don't. And right now they haven't gone the way of the Indians. Kudos to the Trojans, though. They've been able to cash in on those opportunities. Gunn looks at that pitch. Missing for a ball. 2-0 now is the count.
Gunn's 1 for 1 on the day. 1 for 2 on the day. A single and then a strikeout.
Hard hit ball. Third baseman eats him up a little bit. Going to have to hurry across the way and in time. Well, that's just the difference in the game right now, folks. As that was extremely close after the third baseman kind of got jammed up on it that time. Throws it and gets Gunn by a millimeter, if you will.
Will Cavanagh. Yes.
When things are going your way, you get called safe in that situation. When things aren't going your way, well, that's what happens, as we'll have a new batter coming to the plate here, and number 27, Will Cavanis. So the Indians going to try to find a new bat coming to the plate here, see if they can get something going. As we said, you have to go all the way back to the second inning to find the last time the Indians got a hit. It was 3 straight walks to start the third, then a fielder's choice that pushed across the third run. It was hit by a pitch. Indians put somebody on in the fourth with 2 outs on an error, and then it was a 2-out walk. But again, the Indians just can't get anything going with 2 outs in the contest. That pitch across for a strike here to Cavanis.
Cavanis comes in batting .389. He's got 7 hits, 7 runs scored, a pair of doubles, and a pair of home runs, as well as 7 walks.
When swung on that one, umpire says strike 2. He set a modern-day record against Dyersburg, I believe it was, for 9 RBI in one game. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And Wynn White is dealing today, folks. That is his 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout, has yet to give up a hit in the contest. We'll take a break as we'll move to the top of the 7th. The Indians down to their final 3 outs. We'll be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Mr. Palomalo?
Yeah.
You need any help?
Mm-mm.
You want my Coke Zero?
Nah.
Really? You can have it.
Coke Zero and a smile.
We're Coke brand managers. Coke Zero stole our taste, and they are not stealing our commercial.
Hey, that was for me.
Is he coming? Is he coming?
Coke Zero adds life. Have a Coke
Hey, kid.
Zero and a smile.
Cats.
Da, 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 da.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Hey guys, get Little Caesars pizza deal. 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each.
You get a pizza. You get a pizza.
We all get pizza.
For a limited time, get 2 large pizzas for $4.99 each. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
At Bank Okolona, consistency isn't just something we strive for. It's our way of doing business. One bank, multiple communities, consistently here for you. Find the branch nearest you at bankokolona.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. It's been all Delta over the last 3 innings. 4 runs in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th. They lead at 8-3. And this is McGowan, who has had a pretty good day here as that first pitch across for a strike. He is 2 for 3 on the day. He had an RBI double his last time up. He singled and scored a run and struck out swinging in his first at bat of the afternoon. Swing and a miss there for strike 2. This is Rodriguez on the hill here for the Indians. The Indians would love to get a quick 3-up, 3-down here to see if they can find some bats in the home half of the 7th. And there's a rip, and the hits just keep coming as that one dropped out in center field. 3rd hit of the day for McGowan. And, Michael, we said it, some days you love being at the ballpark. Days like today, if you're the Indians, well, they just, right now, watching the Trojans peppered across the field, putting them where they ain't in that situation, as there was just another single that dropped out there to center field.
Yeah, gets that one out there clean over to second base, dumps it in front of Gunn, who comes in and cuts it off. But just the ball is finding the empty spots, and it's dropping for the Trojans.
Shows bunt, pops it up, and it's going to go foul for strike 1. As this is Shells at the plate.
Yes, he came in defensive substitution of Wilder at third base. That's his first at-bat of the day.
Swinging and a miss for strike 2.
He's looking for his first hit of the year. This is his third appearance. He does have a run scored.
So working with the 0-2 count here, Rodriguez. The lefty getting set to deliver. And this one's popped up, and there's another one that just drops out in no man's land for Delta.
Well, Adam, I mean, what can you say? They are just ICC's pitchers after about the third inning have just not been able to get strikes, not been able to get them the batters to chase anything. And at first it was walks and hit pitchers, and now it's single.
Yeah, so that was back-to-back singles. They had five in a row in the previous inning. And so now there is runners on first and second, no outs, and this is Sims at the plate. He singled in his previous at-bat, shows bunt, pulls back, takes that one for ball one. We just got word from Cal Brown. We've got a couple of players of the week here this week. We'll talk about that after this pitch. As they show bunt, pop it up, and it will go foul and out of play for strike one. Lizzie Meeks has been named the conference softball pitcher of the week, and Will Cavness is the baseball player of the week. Of course, we already mentioned earlier that he had that record-setting 9 RBI in a game, so congratulations to Lizzie and Will on earning those Player of the Week honors. So we're waiting the 1-1 pitch here from Rodriguez. This one fouled off, and we'll go 1-2.
Yeah, the softball team had a great weekend at the Turf Wars Invitational over in Alabama, where they went 4-0 on the weekend, 4 big wins, and Lizzie really did a great job on the mound for the Indians.
She tossed a no-hitter in a 4-1 win. You're like, well, they got a run. How did they get that? Well, it was a walk, an error, and a sacrifice bunt. As there's a ground ball to the second baseman. There's one. Can they get two? Yes, they do. A Little Caesars double play. That is what the Indians needed there. 4-6-3 on the double play. Runner does advance to third, but a big-time 2-out swing there for the Indians. See if they can use that as a spark to get out of this inning, but they've struggled with 2 outs on the board to get out of innings in this situation. And the Trojans, 5 of their 8 runs have come with 2 outs in the contest. Breaking pitch right back up the middle. Going to be a tough play. And the shortstop and second baseman run into each other, and that's going to be we'll see what they scored on the board there. It does score the run. It was a tough play. I would give it a hit in that situation. And that's what I'm going to put down for Gonzalez, as it was just another one of those nubbers. They're actually going to put it down as an error. I don't know who they're going to charge that error to.
Because it went up through the pitcher, and both the second and short charge in and try to get the ball, and just the collision is what keeps the runner from.
We'll put it down as an error. Is that what they put it down on the big board? But the run does score. As we said, it was hitting no man's land. Shortstop came up, made the play, and the second baseman kind of come up, make the play. They ran into each other there. But the run does score. That picks up a Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland insurance run for the Trojans here late in this one. Another pickoff move over to first as the runner kind of dove back, but it's wet out there, so he didn't get to slide, so he had to kind of bear crawl a half a step to get back in safely. And going to toss it over again this time. No issue there as he just steps back on the bag.
Gonzalez has no stolen bases yet on the year and no caught stealing, so with 2 outs, ICC just looking to get out without having to go to the top of this lineup.
This is DJ Temple. The runner does go. The throw down is more than in time and gets him out. But the Trojans add one more to the board as the Indians got some work to do in the bottom half of the 7th. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Are you in the market for a new or used vehicle? Look no further than Metro Ford. We have an incredible selection of F-150s, Explorers, Broncos, and so much more. Whether you're looking for a rugged truck for the job site or a family-friendly SUV, our expert team is here to help you find the perfect vehicle to fit your lifestyle and budget. And with our streamlined financing process, getting behind the wheel of your dream car has never been easier. Stop by today and experience the Metro Ford difference. We're conveniently located at 1000 Barnes Crossing Road in Tupelo. Online at MetroFordAutoSales.com. That's MetroFordAutoSales.com.
I wish we could get a stuffed crust pizza at a great price.
Get Little Caesars new large stuffed crunch crust for $9.49.
Look at that delicious crust.
Talk about more bang for your buck.
What did you say? Deal Deer hates two things: bad pizza deals and deer puns.
He's fine. And $9.49 new large stuffed crunch crust is the lowest price in stuffed crust. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Do the Indians have some magic in their bats? Well, Win White says no, as he has not given up a hit since entering back in the 3rd inning. He's hit a batter. He's walked one. The Indians did reach on an error, but other than that, he has struck out 5. And pretty much all the other outs have been routine ground outs except one fly ball out to right. That first pitch missing outside for a ball. For the Indians, it'll be the 1-2-3 batters due up. Jacob Pearl, Madden Butler, and Reed Kent. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Pearl.
One thing that's helped White so much, he has stayed ahead of the majority of the batters he's faced, getting out to early first count strikes.
That one slides back in for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. So the Indians, you got to get people on the bases. That's the only way you can start, by climbing back in this one. This one absolutely tattooed down the line, but foul. So we'll sit at 1-2.
Just pulls that one a little too much. Now stuck in the fence there as the bullpen for Delta will try to dig it out.
In the dirt, nobody on base to worry about theirs. It's 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. ICC trailing Delta 9-3. That pitch high. Now the count goes full at 3-2. So waiting the 3-2 pitch. And the Indians draw a walk to start the inning. That's what you got to do here, Michael.
As you said, got to get base runners, got to get people on in order to start clawing back and getting some of these runs that we've given away.
So this will be Madden Butler coming to the plate. 0 for 1 today with a pair of walks. He has scored a run, but he's walked twice. So a runner on first with no outs. Butler at the dish. Looks at that first pitch inside, nearly hits him, ball 1. So 1-0 is the count. That one falls off the table a bit too soon. 2-0 now is the count here to Butler. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runner at first, bottom of the 7th. ICC trailing 9-3 here to Delta in this non-conference head-to-head game. Big swing and a miss there. Nice job by Wynn coming back and take a little bit off of that one.
Yeah, that off-speed pitch got Butler out ahead of it.
So the 2-1 pitch coming here. That one's going to slip outside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count. So 3-1 the count here. The Indians trying to start a little bit of a rally here. As this pitch fouled back. Nice job there by Butler to find a piece of that one. As we said, the umpire today has liked those pitches up high and outside. So Butler doing a good job of finding a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive as now it goes full, 3-2. Umpire taking time. As Butler will reset now. 3-2 is the count. No outs and a runner at first. White getting set to pitch. This one fouled off.
Good reflexes in the dugout there as that bounced off the top of the ICC dugout.
So now the count is 3-2. Butler battling at the plate, trying to find a way to win this at bat here. There's a runner at first. That's Jacob Pearl, who walked to start the inning. Butler waits the pitch. And ahead of that one, fouls it off. We'll sit at 3-2 once again.
Chops that one to a similar spot, a little bit lower, but still sends that one into the home dugout. Looking for one he can get square on here. Keep this ICC game going a little bit longer.
3-2 pitch coming. This one on a line deep left field, and it is gone off the light pole. And that's going to be a 2-run bomb from Butler.
Welcome back to Madden Butler. Drives that one on a line deep to left center, just left of the ICC scoreboard there. Cuts into the lead. Now ICC only trails by 4.
That was a big-time shot there. One of those that Coach Andy Kirk says that's when you know you hit it. When you hit it on a rope and it gets out of the ballpark, it hit the lower part of the light pole out there in left. And the Indians now trying to get something going here. There's no outs. Bottom of the 7th, 9-5 is the score. And they're going to come out and talk to their pitcher here. And then not much of a conversation as Wynn White said, hey, I'm good. I'm still working with 4 runs. I've been dealing today. Leave me in here, Coach. And Coach was like, all right then. So a big-time swing of the bat there by Butler. Now this will bring Reed Kent to the plate. Kent will dig in with no outs and nobody on. Swings on the first pitch, and it's hit right back up the middle. And that'll go for a single for Kent.
Now ICC starting to get a little of that magic that Delta's had throughout the day. We're seeing the ball a little better and just able to square up and drive them into the places where they need to.
Thompson.
So a single to right center. And now this will be Brody Thompson coming to the plate. No outs, bottom of the 7th. Runner at first, 9-5 Indians trailing the Trojans. Thompson looks at that pitch across for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to the left fielder. So Thompson working with a 0-1 count. White still on the hill here for Delta. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So waiting the 1-1 offering here from White. Thompson at the dish. You've got Kent over at first base. That pitch missing low. Now the count going 2-1 here. First time we've seen White kind of rattled today.
ICC batters here in this 7th inning starting to have better pitch counts than they've had against White since he came in.
2-1 pitch. That one runs inside, nearly hits him. Now the count goes 3-1 here to Thompson. Again, got to get on base here. Indians still down by 4 runs. So waiting the 3-1 offering. And that one walked him. So now the Indians with no outs in the inning. Runners at first and second. And this will bring Cannon Graham to the dish, but not before I believe we'll have a pitching change. They are going to have a call to the bullpen being brought to you by Coke. Let's take the break and be back with more right after this.
I'd like to buy the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I like to teach the world to sing. Sing with me. Perfect harmony. Perfect harmony. I like to buy the world
welcome back as we do have a call to the bullpen here, being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. This is Hayes Daniel coming in to take some warm-up tosses. We'll take a break and tell you more about Hayes right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Samstown Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move now to the bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher in the game is Hayes Daniel.
Now up to bat for the Indians.
Upton, you got any Samstown Market stats on him?
I do. Hayes Daniel is a right-handed sophomore pitcher from just up the road in New Albany. Comes in today with a 4.15 ERA, 1 win, no losses, and 2 appearances. He's pitched 4.1 innings, giving up 4 hits, 2 runs, both of those earned. He's walked 2, but he has struck out 7.
Those stats being brought to you by Samstown Market and Mantachi. Is his first hit pitch is high for a ball. This is Cannon Graham that will welcome Daniel to the game. Indians trailing this one by 4. Tying run on deck here for the Indians. 1-0 is the count here to Graham. 0 for 2 on the day with the walk. Daniel's much more deliberate with his pace as Wynn White was working quickly. So that pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Wind picking up here at the ballpark, blowing out dead center, but not enough to really make a difference. You always have to reference the trees out and left, and they're kind of shaking up top, but not a whole lot. 1-1 pitch, breaking pitch, and it's a beauty. 12-6 breaking ball across for a strike. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, with pitches like that, you can see why he's got a much better strikeout to walk ratio so far early in this year.
So waiting the 1-2 offering here. Another breaking pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there for Daniel for out number 1.
Number 5, Houston.
It's his first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day, and now this will bring Houston Green to the plate. So Green will dig in, runners at first and second. He is 0 for 1 the day. He's been hit by a couple of pitches. That breaking pitch just missing outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Green's a bat you've got to be careful with here. You hang a breaking pitch up to him or let him get it timed up, he can park it out in the waterway. That pitch drifts high for a ball. 2-0 now is the count here to Green. 1 out, runners at first and second. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Indians got a 2-run home run off the bat of Madden Butler so far this inning. That pitch hangs up high. Now the count goes 3-0. Drama here late in the contest in Fulton. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out, runners at first and second. Waiting the 3-0 pitch here from Daniel. On its way, taking the whole way that time, and it's across for a strike. 3-1 now is the count here to Houston Green. He's playing third base today. Awaiting the 3-1 offering. Hits this one high, but it's going to get foul and out of play. 3-2 now is the count. So now the count goes full. Runners at first and second. 1 out here in the inning. Time is taken. Want a new baseball. And the umpire's going to switch them out in that situation. So we're waiting the 3-2 pitch here from Daniel. Breaking pitch, and a great job there by Green to find a piece of that one to foul it off and keep the at-bat alive.
Indeed, good pitch and a good effort by the batter there. Keep it going.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runners at first and second. Indians trail this one 9-5. Green waiting the pitch, on its way. Runs in high, nearly hits him, and now the Indians have bases loaded.
And a dangerous bat coming up. Howell, who's already got a 2-run home run on the day.
Jack Howell.
So he will come in to bat here, as you mentioned, Michael. That 2-run home run back in the second. He represents the tying run at the plate here for the Indians. 1 out, bases loaded. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1.
And McDaniel's got good movement on those pitches. He just, when he can get the location, is whether or not ICC is going to have a chance to turn on one here.
1-0 is the count. That pitch high and outside. 2-0 now. The count here to Jack Howell. Hayes Daniel, did you say he was from New Albany?
I did.
So someone that's local to the area here. 2-0 is the count. 1 out, bases loaded here. That pitch across for a strike. As we said, the umpires liked him up today, and he's been consistent on that call. 2-1 now is the count. Howell at the dish. That one low and outside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count. Nowhere to put him. Bases full of Indians. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Howell at the dish. He's from Amory. Awaits the 3-1 offering here. And he draws the bases loaded walk. So the Indians not going quietly in this one. And it looks like we may have a trip out to the mound here to talk to their pitcher. So breaking the action, we'll take it with them and be back with more. Don't go anywhere, folks. Indians trail by 3. Tying run at first, winning run at the plate. Back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Metro Ford in Tupelo, Little Caesars, Guaranteed Bank in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, Max Home, Bank Okolona, the ICC BSU, Sam's Town Market, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation, your Itawamba County State Farm Insurance Agent, Brandon Poland, and thanks to donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
It's number 19, Trey Gunn.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bases loaded here for the Indians with 1 out. Trey Gunn coming to the plate. We do have a runner into the contest. That's going to be number 12, Daniel Whitfield. Entering to run. Ball gets away, and the run will score from third.
ICC adds 1 more. Cutting back. They're only within 2 now.
So runners do advance around the bases. Tying run now at second for the Indians with only 1 out in the inning. That was that Kent that scored?
That would be, yes, Kent coming in to score.
So he scores on the pass ball.
Green goes to third. Whitfield to second.
That pitch paints the corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Trey Gunn. Boy, if Trey can get something down to the gap in the outfield, would be huge for the Indians as they trail this one 9-7 with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. That one's going to get away, but takes a friendly hop and rolls down the third baseline. Not going to allow the runner to score from third, but the count now does go 2-1. High drama here in Fulton. Tying run at second for the Indians. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. ICC has scored 4 so far in the inning. Gunn at the dish. Looks at that pitch across for a strike. 2-2 now is the count.
That was a pretty pitch in there on that corner. Gunn sat and watched it. Now he's got the 2-ball, 2-strike count.
So mentioned only 1 out. Tying run at second. And swings at a pitch on the inside. It gets away. Then he tags him out for the Renaissance Bank strikeout. Oh, tough pitch there As that's a clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout for Hayes Daniel, his second. And now this will be Canton coming to the plate. As he is batting in place of Cummings as that pitch a ball. He came in to catch as Cavanis batted the previous time for Cummings. So Canton trying to see if he's got some two-out magic here for the Indians. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Tying run at second here for the Indians. Ball gets away, but not far enough to allow the runners to advance. 2-1 now is the count. Canton is out of Alcorn Central. 2-1 pitch. It's a cross for a strike. Got to know in that situation, he's been calling those pitches high all day today. So Canton's going to have to guard the dish here at 2-2. That pitch runs inside. Delta players started to charge the field, thinking that was strike 3, but instead now the count goes full. First base is open in this situation. Awaiting the 3-2 pitch coming here from Daniel. Canton at the dish. Tying run at second here in the bottom of the 7th. That pitch is high and outside. The Indians have the bases loaded once again. Great at bat there by Canton.
Now up to bat for the Indians, number 23, Jacob.
So now we flip it back to the top of the lineup here, and this is going to be Pearl coming to the dish with 2 outs. Bases loaded here for the Indians.
Pearl walked to start this bottom of the 7th inning and later scored.
So the Indians, again, just something down to the outfield. Outfield's creeping in here. As Pearl takes that first pitch, a breaking pitch across for a strike. 0-1. Yeah, they're shallow.
Yeah, they're looking to cut off anything that is low to prevent. If 1 run scores, they don't want the second one to tie.
Get something to the gap here for the Indians would be huge. 0-1 pitch. That one missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Drama, drama, drama. Tying run at second here in the bottom of the 7th. ICC trailing Delta 9-7. They've scored 4 runs so far here in the inning. That pitch. Oh my. No idea where that one missed. A big time break there for the Indians, as he's been calling that one a strike all day. So now the count goes 2-1. Breaking pitch, that one comes back in for a strike. 2-2 now is the count. So Pearl's going to have to come in and guard the dish here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases full of Indians. Bottom of the 7th, ICC trailing 9-7 here to Mississippi Delta. Pitch coming, breaking pitch to the third baseman. Gets in front of it, will step on the bag, and Delta will escape the rally and hold on for the 9-7 victory over the Indians here in Game 1 of 3 this afternoon. We'll take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this on the ICC Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. The Indians rally comes up just short here in the bottom of the 7th inning. ICC had the tying run at second. Indians fall 9-7. Delta improves to 2-3. Overall, Indians slip to 6-3 on the season. Delta 9 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. ICC 7 runs, 5 hits, one error. And, man, Michael, the bats just got quiet midway through, heated up late, but Indians had a chance, just couldn't come up with that timely hit there late.
Indeed, the difference in the game, you got to give it to White, the pitcher, Win White, the pitcher for Delta. ICC jumped on McKinney early, was able to score against him. When Daniels brought in there in relief at the end, they were able to score against him. But White really pitched a nice gem there with 5 strikeouts and only 2 walks. I think he gave up only 1 hit maybe in there. You may have those numbers better than me, but ICC really struggled against him to the bulk of the innings there in the middle, and just had just a little short at the end there.
So White does get the win. Hayes Daniel gets the save. For the Indians, it's Noah Weiler who will be the pitcher of decision here for ICC. Well, that's going to do it here. ICC, again, man, they had a chance, just couldn't quite cash in late in those opportunities, but you do like to see the fight out of the squad there late in the contest. Indians fall 9-7. Don't know if we're going to stay on the pace. I believe we will. We'll stay on pace for about 2 o'clock start here in Game 2 between Delta and East Central. We'll have that game coming to you next here on the ICC Sports Network.
It all leads to this moment. It started with stepping out and discovering what you're capable of. Planning your future while learning, serving, and getting a real collegiate experience. Because the place you start can change everything. Itawamba Community College. You belong here.